This episode of Says Who, it's our 400th episode, is brought to you by you. You've brought all 400 to us. Thanks to your support of our Patreon at patreon.com/sayswho. That's our Patreon, where pretty much every Sunday you can get a whole nother bonus episode of this very thing. In fact, I think there are like 250 of those. So you can do that. If you give it the $5 a month level, you get access to all that whole backlog too. And if you throw another $5 on top, you get a sticker in the mail, because every month we make a new sticker. We send it out to the exclusive club members of the Says Who Sticker Club. Join that club. It's a good club. All of that is available to you at patreon.com/sayswho.
SaysWhovians, I write books, and I'm just sitting here looking at some, and I just spontaneously decided to say this. If you would like I have a very limited supply. And if you're in the US only, just because we can't send anything anywhere now, I have some You Are the Detective, some Death at Morning House, and some 9 Liars. If you have like a compelling, like, hey, I'm in a school, I'd love to share this or that or whatever. Or, I'm broke, please, could you send me one? I don't have many to send because just of shipping them. But pop me an email and I will do my best to fulfill a couple books right now. If you just go on my website, there's a contact.
Look at that. Man.
Yeah, I mean, I have some extras, and I will, if you'd love one, if you'd love a Death at Morning House in German, I have a pile of those. But like, if you're a teacher or like, just, if there's a compelling reason where you're just like, hey, can I have it? I can't fulfill them all, but I'll fulfill some. Like, just pop me an email.
What could possibly go wrong with this plan?
No, I may have to say that I don't have any more to send out, or I've run out of envelopes or time to mail them, but I have a couple, so I'll try. And if you want to buy one, you can. There's nothing spookier right now than this. This is a book that's great for. Let me tell you what, it's great for October. It's real spooky. Like, nothing will look better on your shelf than this book right now. You could basically just set it in your front window as a decoration. Spooky. November, cozy month. We love a cozy mystery coming down to Thanksgiving. You get to December, holiday time. There's nothing more red and cozy and mystery like than this. It's going to go right into January. That kind of like, let's stay in and read mysteries. You Are the Detective. And all of them. Death at Morning House, the Stevie Bell books. I got lots of stuff going on, Dan.
You do.
But yeah, I'll try to, because things are expensive right now, and I know it's hard to buy stuff. So if you're like, I got no money, could you send me a book? I'll give it. I'll try to get some out.
I love it. If you would like to buy Maureen's books on the internet, you can always go to our little bookshop called kickbezosintheball's.org. That is where we have easy, quick, one-click links to Maureen's books, but also you can really order pretty much any book, and we got a little slice of that, which is nice. And you also don't support Mr. Jeffrey Bezos's whole thing.
Who doesn't? Oh, he's a great guy.
We should talk about this, but I gotta just say it because it's fucking hilarious. I just saw a thing that the Washington Post now has less than 100,000 subscribers. So,
wow,
well done, Jeff Bezos.
Wow,
you have really run that thing into the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a small number.
Wow, they tanked it.
They completely tanked it. I believe that at the beginning of the year, they had some clearly unqualified person give a whole, like, the future of the Washington Post plan, and that it involved getting 200 million subscribers, which is insane on its own, but they've gone in the exact opposite direction. So, well done. kickbezosintheballs.org. That's our own little bookshop. If you want to buy some Says Who merchandise, we always have it there for you at merch.sayswhopodcast.com. And here's the deal. We talked about it a little bit last week, but I am writing a book It is called I Hate Those Masked Bastards. Because I
Mhm.
really do. And it's going to be a while till it comes out. But if you want to know more about it and keep up to breast and also get other writing from me, just go to dansinker.com/follow and sign up for my newsletter, because I am going to be keeping people up to speed, not only on the book, but also how you can help make that book happen. So that would be dansinker.com/follow.
Wow. I could be doing all that, Dan. I could tell people how my books were going.
Yeah, you could.
I can tell them that The Velvet Knife is delayed by a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's no longer, I think we don't have confirmation on this, but I think this release is being moved to the fall because of me, because I wasn't happy with it as it was. Like, it's good, but I was like, nope, I need to make it
It's good,
what
but
it needs
could
to be.
better.
Dan, I'm exacting if nothing else.
I like the
truly
Velvet Knife because it really sounds like a hair metal band from the 80s too.
Have you heard of a band called the Bobby Lees?
Name is vaguely familiar.
I'm going to send you a video that's going to pump you up.
Oh, I like being pumped up.
I think it will appeal. The song is called Napoleon, and I think it will appeal to you, Dan. It feels like a you song.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, Dan will definitely know about this because Dan used to write punk play. Dan knows everything.
The thing that people don't know is mostly all I listen to is really sad music now.
Really?
That's all I do. I just listen to sad bastard music all the time. I got to apologize, people, for being sniffly and having to blow my nose on the microphone. It's one of those days. We should probably start this episode.
Why?
Well, for one reason, we've done 399 of them. We might as well do this one.
Dan, we've done 399 episodes. Everybody, let him blow his nose. Welcome to episode 400.
We did it.
We did 8 episodes.
That's what it was supposed to be.
And here we are.
So that's what? We just overshot by 392. I mean, who among us?
Dan, this tracks.
Yeah, it does.
Up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you heard me.
I did.
Says who? The podcast is not a podcast.
It's a coping strategy. I am Dan Sinker.
I'm Maureen Johnson, and
I'm wearing get my energy back up.
I'm wearing a sweater indoors.
Okay.
And my feet were cold, and I didn't know what to do. And I was like, "Oh right, my big fuzzy slippers. It's the first big fuzzy slipper day of the year."
Okay. They're not that big. They have an open back. Your little heels are cold.
Well, they're like shearling with.
Oh, but they are real fuzzy inside.
And they have this plaid. These were a gift from my in-laws. These are like some special English. I don't know if they're special, but they're like English slippers with.
They shot that sheep themselves.
They're Harris tweed. They're Harris tweed shearling slippers.
Nice.
These were my Christmas gift from my in-laws 2 years ago.
Those look real warm and soft.
They are. They are. And actually, open in the back means you don't get overheated as well. Like, it's a really good combination. So it's like your toes go into a little cave. And your heels keep watch.
Years and years and years ago, probably when the now old one was, I don't know, 11, we were at Disney World, and he really wanted these oversized Mickey shoe slippers, which look hilarious because you wear them and you've got giant cartoon feet. And I was very grumpy about it because I was like, we got to get these home, and I don't really think you're going to wear them. And this is annoying, but, I did it, and we had to smash them into a bag and got him home, and he wore them like once because he was not a slipper guy. And I was even like, I just don't think you're a slipper guy. And And then they just kind of sat around forever, and we didn't get rid of them for some reason. And now the little one, who is not that little, he is 10, wears them constantly. That guy loves himself a slipper. He is a 10-year-old who loves a slipper and a robe. He likes comfort. He will throw on his robe. It was, God, it must have been like, I don't know, a year and a half ago or something. We went to a wedding and the hotel had robes, and he was like, what is this? And just like, you could see the transformation come
Dan?
over him. He went from being just a kid to a robe guy. He would come into the hotel room and immediately put on his robe, stand around in a robe. And this was like a too big for him robe. The robe he has here fits. And that kid comes out of his bedroom in his robe every day. And
Does
his
he
big
have
foot slippers?
Does he have a glass of cognac in his hand?
Basically. Essentially, that's the only thing missing from the whole thing.
I think for Christmas, I'm going to ask for a new robe because I thought I was going to be like a dressing gown person. I have a beautiful dressing gown. It's very light cotton. It's basically just like almost like a giant shirt.
Okay.
But I never wear it because it's not cuddly. It's just kind of like beautiful drapey thing.
Yeah.
But the thing I wear is that somebody gave me, it was probably like $20 at TJ Maxx, little shorty fluffy robe.
Uh-huh.
And I have had, I don't know how old it is. It could be 5,000 years old. Like it could belong in a museum.
Yeah.
But that thing is like, that's my thing that I'm like, I could do better than this probably, but I love it so.
We, after that wedding hotel experience, which I think maybe I said last year, I think it was 2 years ago now, we gave him for Christmas, we gave him a real fluffy robe, an Arsenal Football Club robe, but it's like red, bright red, and real fluffy. And Janice was so jealous that I ended up getting her one too. So they have matching bright red robes that they will wear pretty much all weekend long.
One time I was on tour, this was a long time ago, and the tour, for whatever reason, they put us up. There were 3 of us touring.
Yeah.
And it was Sarah who wrote Pretty Little Liars, and all the other Sarah Salamanowski, and me. And we were all going around. And they put us up when we went to Atlanta in Buckhead. They put us up in the Ritz-Carlton.
In Buckethead?
Now I can't. Now that you've said Buckethead, I can't go back. Like I can't figure out what.
Storied heavy metal guitarist Buckethead now?
Or Lord Buckethead, who ran for office in the UK? No. But they put us up at the Ritz.
Yeah.
Bucket. Oh, shit. Now I can only say Buckethead.
Buckethead.
Shit. Anyway, it's a suburb of Atlanta. Big enough to merit a Ritz-Carlton being built there. It's like, I think where all the celebrities live. Like whenever you're like a celebrity lives in Atlanta, I think this is where they live. Anyway, the robe was so good that I wore it to the signing. And I was like, you guys, they put us up somewhere fancy. I'm wearing, and I did the whole signing in that goddamn robe. It was great.
Buckethead is a metal guitarist, extremely talented metal guitarist, who I believe on some of the like Axl Rose Guns N' Roses without the full band tours, he took the role of Slash. But Buckethead is called Buckethead. He wears a weird white mask and he has a Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket on his head. That's why he's called Buckethead. And occasionally he will stop playing guitar and then he will do a little nunchucks thing with nunchucks.
I mean,
Buckethead is amazing.
Are you also a metal guy?
I am not like a metal guy. Like I will listen to a lot of metal, but I have an appreciation for it, and I especially have an appreciation for the sort of Hessian aesthetic, I would say.
All right. Well, Dan, episode 400.
400. 400, I sat down to put notes together, and I just went, oh shit, when I realized that this was episode 400.
Yeah. Dan, we've come a long way since 2016.
I mean, I think it's worth reminding people the originating mythology of this show, which was, because there are some people that have been on from on this train from the beginning, and boy, we appreciate you for being on it. And there are some people that have joined en route, and we don't often give the mythology, which is, it was the 2016 election, that if you remember back that far, Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton. And you and I were pals. We were like internet pals, really.
Yep.
On Twitter. You would occasionally send me DMs and be like, what's happening? Why is what's like, I don't know how I feel about what's happening in this election right now. And I knew folks in journalism, and I knew folks that worked in politics, and so I would try to kind of calm you down a little bit. And then finally I said, hey, you know what, this podcasting thing seems interesting, maybe we should do one. And I very distinctly remember saying to you, you're really busy and I'm really busy, so let's just do 8 episodes. We'll do the final 8 weeks of this election. We will bring in an expert. We will ask them questions. And then it will end. And we'll do like a live stream on election night, which certainly will not result in Donald Trump being elected. So that will be a fun celebration. And then it's done. And we can move on about our lives having done that.
We scripted them. Remember,
Yeah,
we had to spend lots of time scripting and planning.
Yeah.
I think the last one right for the election was take place on a plane. It had a lot of sound effects, and
yeah,
my friend Simon did a vocal, and I think my friend Keely did it, and my friend Julie did a vocal at some point.
Yeah.
Like everybody, it was a production effort.
It was a real production.
We had guests, like we had Chris Hayes on.
Yeah.
We had who else did we have?
We had lots of Nate Cohn from the New York Times. We had,
Jamel.
What's that?
We had Jamel.
Yeah, we had Jamel Bowie. We had we had like real deal guests.
And then we live streamed it.
Yeah. Which was a non-insignificant undertaking in 2016.
Yeah. I sat right here on this sofa.
Yeah.
As we live streamed it. You guys made pies.
We had pies. The then
11-year-old.
Yeah, he was 11, wasn't he? He was
11, and he was doing like the election math.
He was doing an election math.
Our Steve Konecki was the 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Who was doing the math and following all the counts that were coming in.
Yep.
Didn't he have a little graph?
He had so my workbench that I work on, the surface is right on wipe off board. And so I mounted a camera on the ceiling looking down, and he had a whole map that he would then color in the
we had a Steve Konecki.
Yeah.
Your little one is now almost the same age that he was when he did that.
Yeah. He's just a year off.
And you had a 1-year-old.
Yep.
He was basically a baby.
Yeah, he was a baby.
So you had a baby, you had an 11-year-old, you had a bunch of pie.
Yep.
We had a dream.
Yeah.
We did a live stream.
Yep.
At the end of which I dissociated and almost threw up.
Yeah.
And then drank almost 2 liters of ginger ale and went upstairs and went outside and stared at the moon.
And you just, I had put together a little video of like, it was all sort of B-roll of birds and oceans, and I had a very chill music, and so we could cut to that occasionally when we needed to use the bathroom or whatever, or just kind of discuss what was going next. And I very distinctly remember putting that video up And then you just going, I have to go. I have to go right now. And me being like, when it came back, I was just like,
I know we've covered all this down, but it makes me then jump ahead to the election of 2024 when you and I are together at Disneyland.
Yeah.
This whole thing is coming full circle. We're doing it. We met SaysWhovians that day.
Yeah.
We started the day on Mickey and Minnie's Railway, which always is a place. By the way, I may have not mentioned it. If you read The Velvet Knife, it's in there.
It's in there.
I don't think I have to. I wondered if I was going to cut this scene, but no, it is staying in. So you will see. You will see
In fact,
Mickey
now
and
that's
Minnie's.
the whole book. Whole book takes place on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
It became so emotionally significant to me. It's like a touchstone now that when I think about it, I get happy.
I love it.
Because it was so sunny and beautiful that morning, and we were all together, and it was just something very special.
Yeah.
And we found out what happened while we were in line to go on Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's true.
We actually found out what happened. We were eating food outside of I forget where we were at.
Well, it hadn't been called. It just was looking real bad when we were having tacos at the.
We were having some tacos.
Taco joint is.
And I was eating a taco that had you guys were eating tacos with stuff on it. I had a taco with a single bean on it or something. It was like, you want air on it? Just a tortilla with ketchup. And I looked at my phone because we weren't looking at phones, and I looked down and I was trying to be chill. I genuinely was trying to be chill, but I don't think I succeeded.
I've never seen anyone less chill trying to be chill than Maureen was. You literally were you stood up and you were like, Danny, we need to talk.
Is that what I said? Because I can't remember what I was doing.
Yeah.
I looked down, I saw what state had just fallen, and I looked down and was like, yes, I guess I said, we need to talk.
Yeah. And then you went running out.
I popped an Ativan.
Yeah, you did.
And the next morning when we sat at breakfast, we were eating, and I just looked at you guys and said, I gotta go. And I went back to the room and just passed, I dissociated. My body shut down, and I slept for 3 hours.
It's true.
So basically my response to every time that Trump gets elected is that my body just shuts down.
It's perfect. Well, you've only got, one more election, maybe.
Then in 2016, when we were stupid babies.
Yeah.
Would they be prepared for 2025
Not in the least.
When we're trying to think of street tactics, handing out whistles to keep goons from kidnapping people on the street?
No. Those dumb babies wouldn't be ready for shit.
It takes time. Also, Dan, quick question.
Yeah.
I want you to think about this one carefully.
Oh, okay.
I was about to ask, I must have been incorrect Spanish, the quien es más macho, but who's worse? Well, who's worse, 2020 or 2025?
Who's worse?
Which one is worse, 2020 or
the
2025?
years.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's tough.
Yeah, I just stared off into the middle distance for a second.
Because it's a different kind of thing, isn't it? I mean, but it's
a very different thing. 20, I don't know that you can, you can certainly compare them. I don't know that you need to compare them.
It was just a thought experiment.
Yeah, I don't like that thought experiment.
I have a barking dog in the background.
It's fitting.
I'm going to shut this door.
It's fitting.
But Dan, it's 2025.
We just jumped right into this.
Well, we've been reminiscing. I mean, in the back, I wanted to pull up show notes, but I've pulled up the list for my mother's birthday party that I am planning. I've been getting texts throughout. People RSVPing for the party.
All right.
Yep. This party will kill me, Dan. But
you mentioned, I think it was on the Town Watch, this party, and how you were going to do bingo for these ladies.
Yeah.
And I said, you got to get the bingo roller, like the ball that then the little balls come out. And the more I think about it, the more you got to get the bingo roller thing. These old ladies, they don't want you calling things off your phone. They don't understand that. They want the big ball. You're having a fancy tea party. You got to get the big rolly ball.
Where am I going to put it?
You could just take it to the Goodwill afterwards, or it could be the final prize for one of those old ladies. You win the ball.
Dan, I have no room.
You don't
And
need to
also,
keep it.
I don't have a car.
It's okay. You ship it to your mom.
I will have it. I could have it shipped down there, and then I could just
Yeah.
leave it there.
Right.
Like, now you have to take care of this thing.
The last I checked, you have spoken at length about the fact that there's a house next to your parents' house that's just full of their shit. So add
It's
it
not
to
full
the
of-
pile.
It's true. Okay. My parents' situation is so complicated and so grotesque. It's like a V.C. Andrews novel, but they do have this extra side house that, for very complicated reasons, is now vacant. And my father goes to the casino a lot, has filled it with a collection of stuff that he will not get rid of. We have tried to give it away to charity, and he freaks out when we do. So it is full of stuff. And my mother has sort of given up. And so now, instead of going to the attic, which I've told her she's not allowed to, because our attic, okay,
Oh boy.
doesn't have a set of stairs. It has one of those hatches that you pull down
Oh, yeah,
from the
yeah.
ceiling.
Yeah.
And then you unhook the ladder.
Yeah.
There's no guardrail up there.
Yeah, that shit's terrifying to me.
It's just a hole in the floor.
Yeah.
So I've always thought, like, it was, basically one false move and you can go right through this hole. But I have stuck a note to that ladder that says, if you are reading this note, you are doing the thing you promised not to do. Close this ladder immediately. Now she keeps the stuff next door.
See?
So that's useful.
So you can just toss the bingo ball in there. You gotta get the ball. These folks are showing up.
It's true. They are. I got to make the
You
tea
need
bags.
to have it look nice.
It's going to look nice. It's at a really nice place.
But the bingo needs to look nice. It needs to feel real and substantial.
All right, I'll get the bingo thing.
Yes, get the bingo ball.
I'll get it.
You don't have to get the giant one. You can get they sell smaller size.
Do I have to get them all the little markers as well?
The little daubers, I believe is the correct term. Yes, you got to get the daubers. What are you going to use for cards?
I'll make them.
Maureen Johnson, don't make the bingo cards.
Why not?
I'm positive that you can probably buy a thing where you get a bingo ball, cards, and daubers all in one thing.
I was gonna do like a bespoke bingo that had like little trivia things on it or something.
Just do less. That's my recommendation. Do a little less.
Just do normal bingo.
Just do bingo. They just want bingo. These ladies play bingo, right? They go out for bingo.
Bingo is funny, right? Bingo's fun.
Bingo's fun. Who doesn't like bingo?
I said I was going to do it, and my father was like, "What?" I was like, "People love bingo. It's
People
fun."
love bingo. People love bingo.
It's like, it's a good game.
I know we're supposed to talk about shit, Maureen, but here's the secret. I don't wanna.
What?
Talk about shit.
Oh, Dan. Listen.
Yesterday I sat down to work on my book. And right now the work is I need to assemble a very detailed timeline of this man's life, which is largely taken from historical newspapers and things, right? At least at this point. So that then I can start to figure out what are the kind of parts that I want to focus in on once I have the kind of whole. And I've started doing this work, and I have started working in Obsidian and kind of putting things in, and that didn't work well. And then I just ended up in a Google Doc that was horrible. And so yesterday I finally was like, you know what I got to do before I can write this book? I need to write some bespoke software.
Yep. Okay. All right. Listen, now we're going to have a conversation right now.
I know what you're going to say. I know you're going to say, oh, everyone who writes, they just start cleaning their house. Their house has never been cleaner, blah, blah, blah. I needed to write this software.
Dan, I was not going to say that.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, this sounds awesome. Because I tried Obsidian. I've tried them all, Dan.
Yeah.
I've tried Notion. I've tried Obsidian. I've tried to do that thing with the multi-cards and the the brain, like the outer brain thing, and
I don't even know what you're talking about now.
it's a whole thing, Dan, with the card system.
Okay.
And I looked at all these things, Dan,
Yeah.
and none of them do the simple thing I want them to do. So
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, what
And
I
I'm
needed
on board.
is to be able to take a screen grab of a news article from newspapers.com from 1919, and I need to be able to write a little summary about it. I need to be able to put a date on it. I need to be able to put where it's from and what page number, because eventually I got to actually make like footnotes, or end notes or whatever that reference back to all of this shit. And I need to have it in a way that actually allows me to see it and understand it in order. And so I built that. It's just like a little form at the top. You enter in a date. If you don't have the full date, if you only have, you got to have a year, but if you don't have a month, it'll just kind of put a flag, like it'll, it's nice. You put in a link to wherever you found it. You can paste in that screen grab, which was a fucking confusing thing to do, but I did it. Then you can write a little summary, you write a little headline, and then you just save it, and you put where your source is and what the page number is, and then you hit go, and it just bloop pops it into order in a timeline that's topped by years, puts it in order. You scroll around, you can see it. It puts the images in, but then you can hide them because it gets hard once you have these real long columns. It's great. I'm very happy with it.
Dan, I am sickos right now. I'm pressing my face up to the window.
My next goal, I'm gonna use OCR on the fucking articles that I paste in.
Oh, optical character recognition.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the next.
See, I don't need that. See, I need a timeline software.
Yeah.
It's basically like I can ping in the events that lead up to because I do that in various ways, usually through a Miro board.
Right.
I just think all those things are so like the thing we really used successfully. We used a Miro whiteboard for You Are the Detective. That worked really well.
Right. Well, you were also collaborating with someone else. So like,
right. But your timeline software? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
I was very excited. It came together shockingly well.
This, Dan, this really relates to, do you know what season it is?
Spooky season?
Aside from that, all the new planners are in the stores. Sometimes I go and I visit them. I just look at them, Dan. There's so many new formats out there that I just know that one of them is the right one for me. And
I feel like New York City is the kind of place that would have a bespoke planner store, like a store that only sells planners.
I have a store nearby that only sells Japanese stationery supplies.
Yeah, those are nice.
But I wish it was bigger, because they would have a bigger selection of Japanese notebooks, which are amazing. This is mostly pens and ink, and like it has a couple little things. It's very tiny. I went to one in London that was huge and had so many Japanese supplies in it.
Yeah.
But also, see, what I want is a very simple planner. Simple planner is all I really need. But all the new ones are out, and it's worth looking at them. Even if you don't buy them, you can just pick them up and just feel them, like the weight. It's too heavy. I don't need this much. It's got too many doodles on the pages. Then we are so far beyond the time that I was looking at notebooks with stickers on them. Like, we're past that. I think we're all past that.
I have been getting regularly on Instagram, I actually forwarded it to you at one point, an ad for a $67 Japanese stamp. But what it is a fully modular block that it seems to be magnetic or something, where you build a little calendar. And the top lines are, Sunday, an SMTW, whatever. And then you've got all the numbers, and you chunk it together to match the calendar lineup of a month. And it's essentially, it's like a librarian like date calendar, but it's for the whole month. And then you just stamp it into your notebook and you have this tiny little calendar, and it's $67. It is not worth it, but also, boy, it's beautiful. Anyway, Maureen, it's our 400th episode.
There were so many planners out, Dan. So many different materials, so many ways. I really like that. This is it. They you know what? They decided not to make this one again, the best one that exists, which is just months and like a page or two in between. It was $7. It's the best one I've ever found. And they're not making another one. I have looked the same store. Unfortunately,
couldn't you essentially replicate that in a blank notebook?
It wouldn't be the same.
I just feel like that one is at the point where you just would need to spend a minute to write down the dates.
I just like this one.
Okay.
It's the right one. It's so simple and flat. And
it
cheap.
Is nice the way it folds open that way.
It's just a really nice, flat, cheap calendar note. It's always open there. I'm always scribbling on it. Like, you can see what I like about it is that I just trash it. So when I was in, like, just scribbled what I was drafting that day. Like, it's all just scribbled mess. And that's what I like about it. I can just kind of quickly and pencil in what I was working on, and it's just good. I just like it. Like how it feels. It's so flat. It's flat. Also, I've been working with my therapy notebook.
All right.
Which is not a journal. It's literally like every time you have like a little crisis of like, oh my God, what's going on? You write the little answers. You're supposed to do it. It's supposed to be good therapy. And actually it has been helpful because you break down what's going on. Okay. And you go, what am I feeling? And, how am I responding to it? It's useful. You want to talk about what's going on?
I guess.
How are you in Chicago?
How am I in Chicago? Well, Maureen, let me tell you. This Sunday, we were standing in line at the grocery store in the morning, and Janice goes pale and is looking at her phone, and then shows her phone to me, and it is an email from the AYSO. That would be the American Youth Soccer Organization, the which our kid plays on, and who has games on Sundays, saying that they are going to be canceling all of the games that are being held at one specific park because it is directly across the street from a Home Depot that had ICE arresting folks, snatching folks out of the fucking Home Depot parking lot that very morning. So that's how it's going in Chicago. Fucking kids can't play soccer because the fucking secret police are snatching people.
Yeah, I got no words for that.
Yeah. That's how it's going. It is fucking madness here. Like, it is madness with I don't want to make it sound like it is bleak. Well, it is bleak. It is madness, and yet people are stepping up. The number of neighborhoods that these fucking goons are coming into, they can't really get far without just a fleet of people on whistles. With whistles, there are folks that are activated on bikes that kind of follow them around. There are people in cars. Sometimes these like fucking goons are driving down the street and it's like a parade is behind them. There's just like a bunch of cars all honking their horns the whole time. Like, there are multiple instances of essentially people chasing them away because there's so many of them, and they're all out. That said, like there's just Albany Park, which is a neighborhood that I used to live very close to where this one happened, where, they were out in Albany Park, they were snatching people. They ended up on a road that just tons of people turned out on, and they ended up fleeing. And in their retreat, they just started throwing tear gas around. That's like the third time that just a random neighborhood has been tear gassed by these fuckers in like the last week or two. It's something. I would say the dumb babies that were us fucking 399 episodes ago were definitely not ready
for
for
this.
fucking masked secret police just snatching people off the streets and leaving tear gas in their wake. We were not ready for that.
And I wonder, Dan, sometimes what dumb babies us now are ready for in even a few months' time.
For our 800th episode? Like, it is wild to think about, like, way back then, we were just like DMing on Twitter. Like, now Twitter's like a fucking smoking crater of Nazis and, bullshit. Yeah, things have changed dramatically.
Well, Dan, I mean, I guess we could also mention that that ICE is just one tendril of a multi-armed monster.
Yep.
Our government's shut down.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, oh, hey, dumb babies, like, there's secret police snatching people. Oh, the government's shut down and nobody really knows how it's ever going to reopen or if it will reopen.
And have you heard about the Pam Bondi video that plays at airports?
It's not Pam Bondi. It's fucking Kristi Noem.
Oh, sorry, Kristi Noem.
Yeah,
sorry,
the one
I get all them
where she blames
the Democrats.
I have not flown in a little bit. Janice just flew. I'm going to be flying next week. Janice just flew like a week or two ago, and they had not put that video on yet. But instead, there was a Kristi Noem video on loop encouraging people to self-deport. I do think about, like, there are a lot of movies, like sci-fi movies, where there's sort of like a governmental message on loop at like the spaceport. And that government is never the good guys in those movies. No. Like that's the sign in the movie. That's like screenwriter shorthand to be like, yeah, there's an oppressive government. You can tell because there's a message on loop in the background in this spaceport.
Then at Jonestown, which was the compound run by Jim Jones, in which many, many people died. It was about 900 people ended up dying at this cult commune. It was run by Jim Jones, who had been a preacher, and he used to just take speed all day and just sit there and ramble into like it's a speaker system.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't talking, they had recordings of him. And you would just, whatever you were doing all day long, Jim Jones would be speeded out, rambling in the background about his paranoid views of like, it was very paranoid. They're going to come and kill us.
Yeah.
The end of Jonestown. It's a very famous story if you have not know the details of George. It's tough. It's a tough one, Jonestown. But these paranoid ramblings, constant broadcasts are very similar to what we're going through now. They're actually very similar kinds of guys, Jim Jones and Trump, in many ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dan, our healthcare system is falling to its knee. I mean, I've been doing all my healthcare in the last couple of weeks, Dan, and I have extra appointments I have to make, and it feels like I'm doing double Dutch. It's like it's just. I think that phone call I got was just like another, because one provider doesn't take this now because of everything like that. Because we both buy off the exchange.
Yeah.
So both of our premiums are about to get blown out of the water.
Yeah.
They're about to get jacked.
I lay awake at night multiple times in a week stressing out about what our healthcare premiums are going to be. And we're only like 16 days away from finding out. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not cuz that's when the open enrollment starts. Yeah, I stress the
And so
fuck out about that.
whatever premium we sign on to
Yeah.
at that day, is that the one we're stuck with, even if it like the subsidies come back, or
I think if the subsidies come back, they will
take it back
prorate
down?
and all of that, because the subsidies that we are currently on were passed during COVID, and I was on the exchange then too, and I'm pretty sure that I remember getting a letter like partway through the year that was like, "Hey, good news, your shit's gonna come down in price." I could be mistaken there, but yeah, there's no way that if they do end up re-upping these subsidies or creating some sort of subsidy that is a compromise or whatever, that will change. But it's going to be a hell of a lot easier if they do it on the sooner side than on the latter side, because there's going to be a whole lot of people that just see that number and are just like, fuck that, and
Yeah.
not pay attention if the number does go down. That's a big if, honestly.
Just the fact that the weight that's happening throughout the system itself, the burdens on emergency rooms, just the way that care is now so fucked by this whole system they've put on top of it.
Yeah.
That not for nothing. People are like, oh, socialized medicine. No, motherfuckers. It costs a lot more here. For example,
Oh, yeah.
let's just say you need a simple procedure
Yeah.
and your doctor's like, you need this. Let's just say they think you need an MRI. And the insurance company comes back and goes, well, have you tried an x-ray? And the doctor's like, yeah, those do different things. They don't need an x-ray. And they make you go through maybe 3 other procedures before you can have the one that would actually do the thing, because those are cheaper. But they're also completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Just waste everybody's time and money.
Yeah.
And delay things like getting surgery that you need, because you have to go. For example, I just gave up trying to get the shot in my foot, the very cheap 50-cent shot that they tried to charge $36,000 for. I just didn't get it because I was like, this is ridiculous. It never gets approved.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there are plenty of studies that show that, not only do we have the most expensive healthcare among, any other equivalent country that has socialized medicine of one form or another, but we also live less long than them. I mean, it's just like, it's ridiculous. The amount that we pay for the return. There are a lot better ways.
I went to the dentist the other day, got my cleaning and my checkup, but this insurance just only offers the weird, creepy dentists that break your teeth. And I've had my teeth broken by those dentists, so I just pay. So I have no insurance now, so I just have to pay out of pocket. So, that was $400 just to get.
Yeah. I mean, dental insurance.
Yes, teeth. And we shouldn't relitigate this. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
And it's run by RFK Jr.
Yeah. A man with literal worms in his brain.
2016 us.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way.
Having to listen to the whole, Tylenol causes autism, and we wouldn't be ready.
2016 me being told that the former CEO of World Wrestling Entertainment would be running the Department of Education.
Not ready for that.
Would not be ready for that.
No, I'm still not ready for that.
No.
I black out on that one on the regular.
Yeah. So one of the fun things with this government shutdown, for some reason, they've decided that gives them carte blanche for firing anyone. And so they have essentially fired everyone at the Department of Education that deals in most things. Special ed, I believe almost the entire department has been fired, civil rights at the Department of Education. Yeah. And at the fucking top of it all is Linda McMahon. My brain, yeah, I can barely handle that now, but 2016 me, 399 episodes ago, Dan Dumb Baby, would not be able to handle that at all.
What else, Stan? We have,
FCC shutting down dissent on public airwaves.
I assume you're excited about the introduction of Barry Weiss at CBS.
Thrilling. Just thrilling. It's good. It's good
where
stuff.
You have to sign. There's a lot of loyalty oaths having to be signed and purity tests.
A lot of loyalty oaths, purity tests, and shakedowns. A lot of shakedowns. Higher ed is all just a shakedown racket right now, where, basically it's like, oh, do you like these grants that you get? Well, you got to sign this whole thing.
That's all public services as well. It's all, oh, you can't say this, because they're also tearing apart trans rights and healthcare. I mean, that has just, I even think maybe even of this recording, something has just been stripped down even worse.
Yeah.
So trans friends, I don't even have the words for the horrors of that. Let's see what else we got. Dan, we got
abortions banned in 19 states. Imagine telling that to us in 399 episodes ago. Hey, Roe v. Wade will be overturned.
Yeah.
And then states will go buck fucking wild.
Immigrants being shipped off to gulags, shipped off to third world, just other countries without any due process. Habeas corpus. When asked about habeas corpus, our president responds, who?
Yeah. Yeah. And then said that, he lets Christie worry about that. Here's the thing that I've been thinking a lot about, which is one of the things about right now versus 2016, Trump. He's clearly very diminished. But he only really cares about being celebrated right now and about prosecuting people that he thinks are enemies. And he's letting other people kind of just do whatever the fuck they want, So like Kristi Noem is running for president by
Stephen Miller is living out his, fascist fantasies.
He's living out his weird thing. Kristi Noem is running for president by putting her, her Botoxed face everywhere and being as cruel as possible so that she can prove that she's the next thing. Like, everyone's just doing whatever they fucking want now. He doesn't really even know. Like, it's
we've entered the dear leader phase where everyone has to sit and it's like watching the fucking death of Stalin. Like, it's everybody, he'll say like, I've done more and that's better peace than in 500 years. And then Marco Rubio's like, no, 1,000 years, 5,000 years, he didn't get the peace prize. We'll give him a peace prize. He's in I want a trophy phase.
Yeah.
Actually, Dan, what he's in, weirdly, is the heaven phase.
Okay. I want to address the heaven phase because I am on record with you pushing back on the sort of like, he's sick, he's dying, all of this stuff. I don't buy it, except that this man talks a lot about, and suddenly in the last month talks a lot about the afterlife. And just specifically / weirdly about how he's not going to get into heaven.
Right. This morning alone, I saw a clip of Eric Trump going, oh, he's definitely heaven bound. No one's more heaven bound than he is. Yeah. And it's ramping up.
It's that one. It's that I can kind of shrug off a lot of the stuff and say, we're just looking at, screen grabs or, whatever. He's 80 years old. He's gonna be slow. He's gonna be hunched. But the newfound obsession with getting to heaven And like I said, the weirdest part of it, the admission from a man who has never said a true thing in his life that he doesn't think he'll get there is real weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it.
It also suggests I'm not going to heaven. Guess I'll go bug fuck.
Yeah.
That, you
But
know, that
yeah.
he is, look, I do believe he's sick. There's a lot of that congestion in the ankles is increasing. You know, there's very likely some kind of heart circulatory issue that's not going to be helped by the stress of the job and the fact that he just pounds McDonald's and KFC all day and screams. And even if you're not doing it, it's still, there's a level of stress in being the president. He clearly has a mental processing issue, the extent of which and the nature of which, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but there's a mental processing issue for sure.
Yeah.
He's got the patches on his hands of the makeup. He's getting some kind of treatment.
Yeah, the hand bruising thing is also a strange recurring theme.
The fact that he's getting his annual physical multiple times a year now.
Right.
Yes, he's ill. A life of evil, junk food, stress, cocaine, Adderall, and greed has congested his fucking disgusting veins. And yeah, he's not well. And maybe he's processing the fact that he's not well. It doesn't mean he's going to die tomorrow, but I do think he's like, oh yeah, mortal meat sack. What have I been doing with my life?
But that's the part that's so vexing to me. Like
that he's like, I'm not going to heaven because
this man has never been reflective or self-critical or anything. And suddenly he's like, I'm not going to go to heaven. I don't think I'm going to, like, that is a wild thing. That is a wild thing to suddenly have the president of the United States saying multiple times and largely unprompted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
so what I'm saying is
coming forward and being like, I'm ready to take over.
Get that champagne chilling.
There. Oh, have you been converted?
We have a bottle of champagne in our fridge now.
Okay.
I don't want to be caught flat-footed on that one.
Yeah. I thought we'd just run out and get something.
Yeah, see, I don't want to have to run out.
Right. We have a wine store very close by.
Yeah, still.
And they give Dexy treats, so
we got that shit in the fridge. Here's the thing, I decided he was not worth it. So we got a cheap bottle of Costco.
Okay. Counterpoint. But you are.
I know, but I kind of like the idea that you're drinking. You're not drinking finery on his behalf. Anyway, get that bottle of
2016. Not ready for this discussion. The fact that our
2016 us, I think, would have been all right with that conversation.
One of the only things keeping me sane right now, Dan, is the fact that your governor keeps saying out loud, the man has dementia.
Yeah.
Why aren't we mentioning it? And that makes me feel better because every day I feel like I'm being gaslit about this guy. I'm like, this guy clearly is unwell. He's mentally not there. Why are we not just saying a mentally unwell man is telling us what to do?
Yeah. It's calling the shots or letting other people call the shots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dan, this is about hope. And this is a discussion I have over and over with you and many friends. It's the whole signal to noise.
Yeah.
How to pay attention without getting overwhelmed by the noise of it all.
Yeah.
Because the noise is overwhelming. And that's what I found was really affecting my mental health, was that every time another week, oh, he's caught on a hot mic grifting. Oh, this is happening. Now that, like, being you can't be aware of this dude's every move. You just have, unless the specific moves to be aware of are what actual policies are happening and how they can be combated, and things like ICE's actual position on the street, so you can whistle and let people know, and have a community plan. A mutual aid and community planning is everything. I mean, just started this morning with reading about people having trouble afford food, and also pet food, and how they're going without food to try to feed their pets. And so I laid there and stared at the ceiling and was trying to think of ways of, like, getting people, like, I'm like, who do I know that needs pet food? Like, can I give them the pet food? Can I, like, get their It's just thinking about that kind of stuff all the time. And then realizing that a lot of people do this work. And by connecting with them, they can say, hey, yes, we are actually running a pantry.
Yeah.
You can come here and help with the pantry.
Yeah. I mean, I think that one of the things that has been overwhelmingly important here is how quickly neighborhoods came together, got loud and got organized. That the whistle thing doesn't happen spontaneously, right? It happens because there are organizers in the neighborhoods, putting them together, getting them out. We assembled 100 packs this weekend, and we've got 100 more whistles on the way. After the retreat indoors of 2020, I think that that isolation is to their benefit now. And what we're seeing in Chicago over and over again is talking to your neighbors is the most important thing. Let me tell you the most adorable thing in the world that happened last night. We were coming back from a Costco run. It's getting dark early here now. It's about to get dark way earlier, right? Because we're going to jump time.
I know, early.
We're going to fall back. So. But
in October, that never happens in October.
Are we jumping in October this year?
I think so.
No, it always happens after Halloween, I thought.
That's what I thought too, but I just looked at let's see here. Daylight savings time. Is this the English one? Or, because the English one is actually different.
Sunday, November 2nd. Yeah, England is earlier than us.
Okay, so for some reason I have the English one on here.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's getting dark. When we pull up, we're coming back from a Costco run. We have a little free library that we run. Currently in our little free library, we have a little box of ice whistles that we're, putting out into the neighborhood. And we pulled around, and Janice was driving. She was like, what's going on? And there were 3 teenagers sitting on the ground under our library, just like chilling. And they were like alterno teen looking kids, and like we pulled, and where we park is like right next to that, and so like they all stood up and like kind of looked awkward, and I got out and I was like, y'all don't gotta go, like, hey, if you're happy chilling here, like, you're welcome to chill. Yeah. They all had little ice whistles, and they had like found books, and it was just great. Like, it just reminded me about how putting things out into the world, and especially into your neighborhood, kind of creates the community that we need right now. And so yeah, talking to neighbors, or I had somebody that wrote me, because I was being very public about assembling the whistle kits, because I think it's important to see that people are doing this work. And somebody wrote me and said, hey, I want to do it too, but I feel like I'm sort of a hermit. And it's like, literally call like the church in your neighborhood or whatever, and find out like, hey, if I assemble these, can I get them to you? Or call the community groups, or reach out, like, I mean, you don't have to be out on the street, though. This weekend, get out on the street, even if you don't want to. Like, the next No Kings is this Saturday, and I think it's pretty important to show up even for a minute there.
We're going to have a big contingent from New York's Authors Against Book Bans walking together.
Yeah, that's great.
We're going to get coffee.
We're just going to roll into our local one, which is giant. The last one was big, and this one, I'm sure this one will be enormous because ICE is fucking right here in town now.
I mean,
but yeah, you know, that the we're all we've got is true. And you can hear that and go, that isn't enough. But the actuality is it is. You know, there are so many of us and there are so few of them. You know, like these fuckers driving around Chicago right now. It's like there's like 5-10 of them in a group, you know, and this is not to say that they have not been successful in snatching people off the street, because they fucking have, right? But they have been confronted at every turn, you know, and at the times where they are outnumbered, they often flee, you know. There are more of us by a lot. And we are all we have, but we are enough, especially if we talk to each other and work together to tell these people to fuck right off.
And then stay together.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think about, like, let's say we get them out, or we get most of them out, because they're basically a cancer, you know? Yeah. How do we rebuild from here? Like, what's the plan?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the fucking plan?
Yeah.
So what does the future look like? Well, it looks like us working together. That's always been it. Bastards will always be bastards.
Indeed.
But you know what? I hate those mass bastards.
Exactly.
That is the title of Dan's book, you guys. I hate those masked bastards.
Yeah. It's true. And Says Who, 400 episodes strong, is made possible by you through your support of our Patreon at patreon.com/SaysWho, where you can do it all over again on a Sunday if you would like. If you give $5, you get a massive archive of a whole nother podcast that we've done for longer than most people do podcasts. Whew. Or throw another $5 on the pile and you can get a great sticker in the mail. Every month I make them and we ship them, and people like them. That's all for you at patreon.com/SaysWho. Our theme music was performed by Ted Leo. Our logo was designed by Darth. You can contact us at SaysWhoPodcast.com on Blue Sky. And SaysWho at omfg.town on Mastodon. You can email it, hey, that's HEY at SaysWhoPodcast.com. You can join the discussion on Facebook at /group/SaysWhovians. Our Facebook group is moderated by Janice Dillard. Thank you. If you want to join the fan run Discord server, you can visit tinyurl.com/SaysWhoDiscord. Whatever you do, spread the word, subscribe, leave stars and reviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you listen. And you can join us next Wednesday, October 22nd, for our very next episode. And from my basement in Chicago, where I have stood in this corner for 400 episodes, I am Dan Sinker.
And from this desk in New York City, it used to be a closet at the beginning. Now it's a desk.
Yeah, that whole closet thing was insane.
Yeah. I recorded in a clothes closet.
Yeah.
Then I took everything out of my office closet and put sound tiles in there.
Okay.
And recorded. So I used to sit. So I took everything out of this, put like basically a little table in there and a small folding chair. And I sat in this closet, which was full of tiles.
Yeah.
And then I realized I could just sit at my desk.
Yeah.
And then my life significantly improved.
Yeah, that makes sense. And
or did the microphones just improve? Like was it just?
It was. I think that it was. I mean, 2016 podcasting was still pretty early, and like you were pals with the Night Vale people who are like voiceover actors and things. So like their level of recommendation was like, you got to be real soundproof. Like, I know folks that like NPR reporters and stuff that like will literally record under blankets and stuff.
I did
dull
many
all
different
the
weird
sound.
things.
Part of it is that microphones have gotten better, right?
Right.
And part of it is that there are differing levels of sonic quality that you need depending on what you're doing.
Right.
Also, I do very distinctly remember those early episodes. I think you were speaking into the back of your microphone. So like that helps too.
Yeah, I now regularly feel it here just to make sure because it's fuzzy. But yeah, I used to record in the middle of all my clothes, which were a good sound baffle. But yeah I was in the dark. It was very dark. There was I don't think there was video.
No, we did not. No, well, the really early episodes, we did have video, but we were recording the audio separately from the video stream that we were using. So we had to, like, it was a whole process. None of the tools that we use now existed then.
It's awesome. See that? Things have gotten better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things have only improved.
We would Skype each other, but record.
Oh, yeah. It was a whole thing.
Audio separately. And then you would need to send me your audio file. And then I would sync up the two audio files. And yeah.
It was a lot messier.
I used to stay up until like 2 or 3 in the morning editing to get the episode out. It took forever.
I would go to bed and be like, here you go. Yeah. I've always been the worst. There's always one that does everything, and
that's all right.
In this, it's dead.
Anyway, this has been Says Who. You gave a little salute, but nobody could hear that.
Keep it hundo.
Keep it hundo. That's what I always say.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Keep it hundo.